Emotional abuse is one of the main methods that a narcissist will use to gain control over another person, as it's not something that people can see is actually happening to them. It's often a form of gaslighting, and gaslighting is a technique that narcissistic people use to get those around them to question their own sanity, to question their own reality, to question their thoughts, their feelings, their opinions, their behaviour, their judgments, and no longer question the narcissist. This video is 10 different signs that you are being emotionally abused, that you are being gaslighted by someone. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers. If you are new to the channel, this channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the things that you have been through throughout your life, how to handle yourself around narcissistic people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you recover and move on to a much happier life after narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. So one method a narcissist will use is undermining your thoughts, your feelings, and your opinions. When they come at you saying things like, "I know you better than yourself. Are you really going to wear that? Do you really like that person? Do you really think you can do that? Where did you get that idea from?" And this is all to undermine who you are as a person, undermine your beliefs, undermine your values, to get you to question everything that you as a person are based upon, so that you no longer know who you are, and often end up going to the very person who's making you question yourself for that reality check. The signs within yourself that this is happening to you is that you are beginning to doubt yourself more and more, beginning to doubt your abilities, beginning to doubt your strengths, beginning to doubt your feelings, beginning to doubt your thoughts, beginning to doubt those around you. Another one is the accusations that a narcissist will throw at you about your feelings. So they will accuse you of being jealous. They will accuse you of being envious. They will accuse you of being too sensitive. They will accuse you of being insecure. They will accuse you of overthinking. They will accuse you of overreacting. They will accuse you of being too selfish. They will accuse you of being too needy. And they will say things like, "You're jealous, you're insecure, you're too hung up on your past. It's not all about you. That's just like you." When you finally stand up for yourself or want to do something for yourself, they'll come at you with, "That's just like you." When you finally create that boundary with them. And one major sign within yourself that somebody is doing this to you is that you are questioning your feelings. You are ruminating about situations and what you said, what you didn't say, what you could do better, what you didn't do. And the whole name of the game for the narcissist is to get you to question and doubt yourself, so they can put how they want you to think within you, so that they can further their control over you. Another one is blaming and shaming you, not only on your own mistakes, because we do all make mistakes in life, but instead of helping you through mistakes or choices and trying to be supportive of you, a narcissist will blame and shame you over not only your mistakes, but also their mistakes, as they will not hold themselves accountable for their own actions. For their mistakes, they have to pass responsibility over to you. They will say to you, "If only you," or "Well, you got that wrong. Well, I could have done it better than that. I'm sorry, but you. It's not my fault. It's not my problem. It's not a big deal." They will make jokes at your expense, or they will purposefully set the environment so that you react to their baiting, so that they can blame you for their reactions and not their behaviour. Should I say, so they can blame you for your reactions and not their behaviour. a sign that this is happening within you is the fact that you just no longer feel yourself, and you no longer feel like you fit in anywhere, and you fear speaking up for who you are as a person. You fear doing things in case you make a mistake. And within life, we don't know how to do things until we've learned how to do it. We have to take that first step in doing something, and it is a learning curve. It is a process. Nobody picks up a guitar and learns to play every single tune as soon as they pick it up. They have to learn. They make mistakes as they are learning. It happens. It's life. When you've got someone constantly nitpicking at your mistakes, it makes you question your own capabilities, and this is exactly what they want to do. They want to sabotage you into no longer being true to yourself so that they can further their control over you. Another one is accusing you of lying or cheating. The projection, where they're going to pass the blame of the things that they do over to you by accusing you most often of the very things the narcissist is actually doing to you. So you focus on who you are as a person and your actions, and you're the one explaining yourself to them time and time again, repeatedly explaining yourself to them to distract you from what they are doing to you so that they don't have to explain themselves to you. When they're accusing you of cheating, you can stop going out for fear of reactions from the narcissist accusing you of cheating. They might start arguments before you go out to put that fear in you, and because you care about how they think and how they feel, you want them to feel secure and safe. So you might stop going out so that they don't question you, so that they feel secure, although they never will feel secure. If you do go out, they might cause an argument when you get back, so you begin to feel like it's no longer worth even meeting up with people. They will make you feel guilty for doing your own thing. They will say the words such as, "It's not all about you," to make you feel like you're putting yourself before them, which, yes, in some ways we do need to put ourselves. We need to be at our best to give our best, whereas a narcissist wants you to give yourself to them while they give very little to you. They will say that others speak badly of you, or that they don't trust your friends, they don't trust your family. They will control your finances, and some will control your finances by giving you the control of the finances, but there will be reactions if they haven't got the money for what they need the money for. Some will make sure you're working 2 or 3 jobs while they don't work at all. Some will convince you that you need to stop working to take care of them while they provide, but they provide very little. Signs that things like this is happening to you is you are becoming more and more isolated from friends, from family and support. You feel like you've no longer got anybody to turn to or to talk to. The passive aggressive, when they just sulk for no reason, or well, seemingly no reason. Usually with a narcissist, it's because they've been threatened or criticised in some way, real or perceived, that who they are as a person is going to be exposed, so they have to sulk. Or if they're not getting the attention they believe they're entitled to, they will sulk. If they're not getting their own way, they might go onto the silent treatment, those passive aggressive behaviours. They will begin to withhold affection, attention and support. The signs they are doing this to you is when they just completely ignore you, and it can be that present silent treatment when they will chat and laugh and joke with everyone around you and just leave you out of the joke, leave you out of the conversation, leave you out of the event. It can be the one where they disappear for a couple of days and you might be able to message them, see they've read the messages but they'll not respond, or they ghost you and they just completely vanish like they never existed and you cannot get hold of them. This is to make you chase them and make you question who you are as a person. And another sign within yourself is the fact you begin to question everything about who you are, about who other people are, about other people's motives towards you, about your motives, about what you have done, about what you haven't done, about what you could have done better. You might then go and beg and plead to try and make it up to the very person who's trying to emotionally control you, manipulating you to make you feel guilty. So when they come at you with, remember when I did this for you, after all I've done for you, you're the one that's ruined this, I need your help. When you're constantly being guilt tripped into doing things that you wouldn't ordinarily do, or doing things that you don't want to do, constantly feeling guilty for walking away from somebody, even though you've not done anything to that person is doing things to you, but you're the ones left feeling with guilt and remorse. Narcissists are very good at using guilt trips to get their needs met, because they know that you care about them, and they know that you don't want to see somebody else getting hurt. They know you've got that emotional empathy towards other people. They can see it within you. That's why you work harder to help them and to please them, and why they can guilt trip you to control you. Humiliating you. They can humiliate you in the privacy of your own home, or they can humiliate you in public. They will find ways to belittle you, to criticize you, to make you look inferior in front of other people, or to make you feel inferior in front of other people. And they will do it in a joking way, and if you question them, they will tell you that they were only joking. But when they have belittled you, criticized you, who humiliated you, hurt you, and then turn around and say they're only joking, they don't respect who you are as a person. They're not willing to listen from your point of view and understand you as a person. They want to upset you. They want to hurt you. It is not a joke. It is to control. People can joke around and people can take things too far, but they would be willing to have open communication and find mutual understanding with each other. A narcissist is only willing to have things their own way. They can humiliate you in front of other people so that the other people can't actually see you've been humiliated, or they can question you with, what have you done that for? Why have you done that? To make you again overthink and question yourself. They can provoke you to get that reaction out of you so that they can blame you for everything that's wrong within the narcissist's life, which is causing that shame within you as a person because of your reactions towards them. So you work harder to make it up to the very person that's going to work harder to provoke more reactions from you. And when you're that out of character of who you are as a person, it can bring those feelings of shame. It can bring feelings of loneliness, depression, isolation. You can begin to almost fear who you are turning into because of how they are treating you. A narcissist will also exaggerate your flaws. They'll exaggerate your weaknesses, or they will compliment somebody else on your insecurities, on your flaws, on your weaknesses. They will point out every minor little detail that you are insecure on. They will go all out to destroy your self-esteem, to destroy your confidence, so you no longer feel able to speak up for who you are as a person. With all that gaslighting going on in the background, it's incredibly confusing, and the main thing you need to do is speak to someone so that you can gain a reality check. Unfortunately, most of the time you are speaking to the very person that's gaslighting you into losing your reality, denying that something happened. So when they say that never happened, you must be imagining things, you're going crazy. You don't always recognise you're continuously being lied to, because they start off with such subtle little lies or just little exaggerations that turns it into a lie. So you can't always recognise you're being lied to, because they've already sunk you into questioning your own reality. When they turn around and say that didn't happen, you begin to question whether something happened or not, that you know did happen, but because they're telling you it didn't happen, you're questioning who you are as a person and not seeing the bigger picture of the situation in its entirety. When you feel like you've constantly got to become a detective and find evidence to prove to them that something did happen, they are lying to you. And when you find that evidence and go to them and they somehow turn it all around onto you, they're trying to deflect the blame and shame you, and they are lying to you, using your fears, your values, your beliefs and your boundaries against you. When your biggest fears seem to be coming true, and they seem to be coming true with the very person who claims they love you, they don't love you. They're using you, and they're bringing those fears into your reality to hurt you, to get at you, to control you. Whether that's an obvious threat of something happening or a subtle threat of something happening, they are going to use your fears against you. Or if they're saying, if you do this, I'll do that, they are using your fears against you to emotionally control who you are as a person. When they're saying, I will tell so-and-so, they are using your fears against you. This isn't someone who cares about you, because you wouldn't do it to other people, so therefore you shouldn't accept it from other people. Owning our own insecurities, learning to take hold of our own insecurities, our own fears, then other people can't use them against them because we own them. And when we realise that most people have fears and insecurities, it's a normal part of being human, people can't exploit us for them quite so easily. A narcissist will start arguments to make you feel like you're letting them down, or they will start an argument to end a topic of conversation that they don't want to discuss, because they they'll be fearing consequences to their actions. So they might actually say to you, when you approach them about a subject that you would like to come to some form of understanding about, they might actually say, I don't want to argue with you. And really they're warning you that they're going to create a mass argument to stop you discovering something that they don't want you to know. And a narcissist will quite often complain to people that you have the same argument, and that's because a narcissist will never put closure on anything. They will always cause that intrigue, or take you off topic, or come at you with the word salad, interrupt you, talk over you. They will always find a way that you don't get any form of closure on that situation. You don't get any understanding or any compromise. Neither of you actually get it, because the narcissist has completely taken it onto something else, because they fear that they might be exposed, or they fear there might be consequences to their actions. The narcissist always sees it that you keep bringing the same thing up, which you do, because they won't discuss it in the first place. So they will constantly cause those arguments, yet they will blame you for causing the argument, because they don't want to discuss something that doesn't agree with their reality. And with humans, it's all about communication and compromise. It's not that a narcissist can't communicate with you, it's that they can't comprehend what you are saying to them if it doesn't match what they want to hear. If you are constantly feeling like you're being let down by someone, like someone's forever breaking promises on you, yet somehow finding a way to blame you, if you hadn't have done this, I would have done that. With a narcissist, they do future fake. They offer those promises to distract you from the pain of the present, to get their needs met in the present by promising you something in the future that they'll not deliver. Because they haven't delivered on that promise, when you bring it up, they will create that atmosphere, they will create that argument to escape accountability from the broken promise that they sold you. They will most often sell you another broken promise in the hope that they can distract you yet again. When it comes to gaslighting or being gaslighted, the first thing you need to do is find an exit plan. Make an exit strategy. Depending on where you are, depending on the support you've got available, finding a safe way out. Then it's either if you are able to, not everybody can talk about it, if you are able to, talk therapy, talking to people to get your reality check. If not, writing it down, writing it all down, noting it all down and giving yourself that reality check. Another way of doing this is by talking to yourself as if it's happening to somebody that you really care about. And what advice, what information would you give that person if what was happening to you was happening to them? Then working on your boundaries, working on your values, working on your belief system, working on who you are as a person. I shall link the video for limiting beliefs in the description. If possible, no contact is always the best method around a manipulative gaslighter, the very least until you can reclaim who you are as a person and recognise what they are doing so that you can stay in your reality, so that you can observe their behaviour and recognise it as that is who they are as a person. It says more about them than it ever will you, so that you can observe who they are and not absorb who they are. No contact is always the best. If that's not possible, which for many reasons it's not always possible, then it needs to be limited contact and grey rock. I shall add into the description the videos for grey rock, no contact, help with emotions and limiting beliefs, as they all tie into helping you recover from gaslighting. In the description is also the online courses that are available, which is just a step-to-step guide. There's one all about the narcissist and the things they do. There's one to help break free from narcissistic abuse. There's also the free guide, which just helps you through those first 30 days of no contact. I am full for one-to-one coaching. I have partnered with BetterHelp and their sponsored link is in the description if you would like to take a look at that. If anyone has any signs of gaslighting that I've missed out of the video, as there is plenty, please do add those into the comments to help make other people aware of what could possibly be happening to them. Because without awareness, nothing will change. We need to be aware so we can be aware of what we need to change. Thank you very much for listening. Bye.